Hello, welcome back to another episode of Wildfrost. Kalos here. So this game is a game about health, attacking, and counter, whatever. So here you have health, here you have attack, and this guy attacks every 6 rounds, this every 4 rounds, and you can play cards either to buff up your units, damage the enemy units, or just play other companions which are gonna help you in the fight. And this game is on its own pretty hard, but there's an even harder mode, Storm Strength Limit 10. So here this crown makes the game by +1 Storm Strength harder. All shop prices are increased by 5 and crown prices are increased by 10 after each purchase. Or add a gong fruit which just deals 1 damage but then gets consumed so you can't play it again. So just messes up your deck after each boss battle, also +1, and as you can see it's going up here. Some enemies will be upgraded with charms, some random charms that can make them incredibly powerful. Add a gobbler to each boss battle. This and this. And then you have 10, but you can select more, as you can see. It doesn't work. But if you beat the game with 10 and the secret unlocked, you get gold border on every single bell you beat it with. And if you have every single bell with the gold border, as you can see I have every single bell gold border, you get this, and then you can pull it. And this makes the game overcrank. Yeah, all bells are activated, it just goes crazy and it's really difficult. And I just recently beat the game on Stormville 22 for the first time, and I wanted to share the run with you guys and do a little analysis. Okay, so here we are. This is our leader selection, and we're going with the Clunk Master tribe. So here we have a 6 HP, 7 or 6 HP. The two on the left, the one in the middle is 2 damage and increased damage by 1 his bomb, the thing he applies. So it's around 3 damage. The thing on the right gains 1 block on kill, which is very good with one companion called Noah, which is just really overpowered, and it would be fun if I get it. And the one on the left is every 5 rounds barrage, which hits all targets in a row, which means it deals 6 damage, but not really because you're not always gonna have some, and it's sometimes better to deal damage to one singular guy. And he also reduces the attack temporarily from the enemies, so he is probably the best, but the right one is funny because he synergizes with Nova, and I really like Nova, so he's gonna be funny. Yeah, I'm just now contemplating what I should use, but the damage output from right 2 is 3 every 3 rounds, and the other one is like 5 every 5 rounds, so no real damage difference, and yeah, he's fun. And with my companion, Binkle looks very beautiful, but I go with Loki, who deals 3 damage and applies 1 Demon Ice, which doubles the damage the target takes the next time it gets hit. And here we have the Naked Gnome. The Naked Gnome does absolutely nothing, but if you don't kill him in the battle, he joins your team and you can have him as on your team. And as you can see here, I play this and every counter goes down by 1. Then I hit this guy for 2 damage, as you can see, and these gain 1 every time I use them. And that means they're going to attack 3 and double damage times 3, and he gains some block. And I can redraw every 4 rounds for free, or I can spend 1 turn before those 4 rounds are over. I really don't want to kill the Naked Gnome, and the Goblin escape from battle drop 4 when hit, so I just want to hit him as often as I can. He doesn't really damage me, but he's very nice. And now I deal 3 damage to him, and he has teeth, so if you hit him, you get 3 damage dealt back. And there's also Snow, which freezes the counter and the reaction if it's a smackback. Smackback is like basically the same as teeth, it just same thing, smacks back, obviously. But you can freeze the counter and smackback, but you can't freeze teeth. So I gotta kill him with hammers. 3 damage and do 2 damage next round. Kill the upper guy because I really don't want to kill the Naked Gnome. And he's gonna deal 3 damage to a Junkhead, which has Clunk as health. His health is a bit different. He takes 1 damage every time he gets hit, no matter how many damage he takes. I'm gonna freeze my hero, because Loki is aimless, he will hit a random target in a row or in the bottom row if there's no one in his row. But he sadly hits the Naked Gnome, so I'm not gonna go with him. I just go Naked Gnome because he's funny. And he will get killed, nothing really to worry about here. And I kill him. Also, it's very important, every enemy you kill gives you gold. And if you kill multiple enemies at the same time, in the same round, you get combo, which gives you 5 extra gold for each combo level, I think. And here, items. So, normally this is increased attack by 2 to everyone in the row. But it's bad, so I take the Berry Blade, restore 4 HP, and deal 4 damage. I mean, like, equal damage, equal HP. And here, I take Minimika because he has a lot of HP. And he's one that I can take on my team and is in my deck. And if I play him, he's on my team. Every 5 rounds, 2 damage. But if I hit him with Junk, he gains Frenzy, which means he will trigger multiple times. And there's 2 paths I can choose from. I obviously go top path because there's 2 companions, and early on you want to have a lot of companions, later on you don't want to. You just want to get something that's good. Knuckles trigger when hit, but he doesn't have counter. Demona just makes some demonize, double damage, or Blunky. Only has 1 health and 1 attack, but attacks every 2 rounds and gains 1 block when deployed. Which is also really funny with Nova, because she's a character that attacks everybody, but only attacks every 12 rounds, or when somebody on her team loses blood. I kill that guy, apply 4 shroom, or this, and then destroy self. 4 shroom is like 4 damage, next round 3 damage. It's like just like poison. And trash 1-man hit means he just gives you 1 trash to your hand, which you can use for recycle effects, which need trash, or you can just ignore. And here's Nozuka. Critical means with this on the right, it's double effects, and I freeze the goblin, which means I hit him too, and he can't run away that quickly. And then I bring in Minimika. When hit with Junk, gain 1 times Frenzy. Ooh, that's what I do. And then I bring in Loki. My hero is gonna hit up top, but not get a kill. And then Bulbhead. Apply 2 poison and barrage, which just means it hits everybody in a row. So I put 1 in the bottom row and the other 2 in the top row. And also the block that my hero has just negates 1 entire instant of damage. I want to kill Shul as early as possible, and he's gonna take a total of 3 damage. Deal 2 times 2 is 4 plus 3 from Loki. And I want to kill Shudels, but I also get Blunky just because. Yeah, and here I make a stupid mistake. The upper guy deals 4 poison, which means 4 damage, then 3 damage, then 2 damage to my hero, which 1 instance of lock is negated. I also ink Shrules, which makes his ability useless, so he won't apply Shroom. And then my hero will take 3 damage, then 2 damage, then 1 damage, which means he is dead. The only thing that can heal me at this point is my Berry Blade. I also play card and don't reroll, because either I play card and waste 1 round, or I waste 1 round rerolling. And here I get the Berry Blade just in time. Kill that guy, attack the bad guy. He is still inked, so he won't really do anything, but I still want to kill him because he gives money. Well, Lady apply 4 Shroom to Blunky. And why do I not want characters to die? So if my hero dies, the run is over. And if one of my guys die in the next battle, he will have half the amount of stats. So half HP and half attack. But with Blunky, that's not really a problem because he has only 1 HP and 1 attack. And here, top path gives me another companion. I don't really have a DPS guy except like maybe Minimika. So I'm gonna go top path and Summon Waivers. All cards in your hand gain Summon, which they don't take a turn to play. Snowcake applies 10 snow, but Summon Waivers and Snowcake are consumed. And Ice Dice just is good with Nova, obviously, but I don't think I'm gonna get Nova at this point. But I still go top because I want to have somebody that makes damage. Deals damage, not make damage. And here I get Nova. Hits all enemies, trigger when self or an ally loses block. So I have Blunky 1 block, Nova 1 block, and my hero gains block. Also I can have maximum of 3 companions in my deck at the same time. I can have less if I want to. Here Newman Biscuit, instant take, add Newman to a card in your hand, which means it doesn't cost a turn. Same as Summon Waivers, but Summon Waivers, it's only one time, it costs one turn to play, and Nulan Biscuit is like every time you get it in this battle. Blaze also good, add 1 times Frenzy, but increase counter by 1, which Nova, going from 12 to 13 rounds is not that big of a problem. And I also buy a crown, which means I'm gonna get this person at the start of battle and can place that or use the item at the start of battle. And Nova hits all enemies for 3 damage with maybe double AST. I got times 2. The big boss, apply 1 snow, which freezes for 1 turn, hits all enemies. It also freezes Nova, so if somebody loses block and she has snow, that's bad. But I put him up top here, he gains block, loses it, but Nova triggers 2 times because of the Blaze T. And he gets 1 frost, which means he is gonna deal no damage. And I count down Nova by 1, which it isn't really that useful, but it also increases her attack permanently, for this battle at least. So that's really good. A lot of enemies come in. The Grouchy has while when hit gain teeth, which, yeah. And I will put Flask of Ink, which makes him not activate its ability, so he's not gonna apply snow, and he doesn't hit all enemies. But he hits in 2 rows, so I put him like that, and Nova triggers because she gets hit. Summon Waivers, and my hero is gonna damage him for 3. And yeah, now I can play every card for free. They keep it until I use them once. Play Loki on the right, so freeze him for 4 turns. Deal 2 damage and reroll because I don't have anything to use the Nulan Biscuit on. Blunky is gonna hit bottom. And the Nulan Biscuit makes a Bear Blade, so it's another kind of whatever that is. And deal 4 damage to that bottom guy and restore up to 4 HP. And deal even more damage. And yeah, I want to kill the bottom guy soon. Yeah. So hopefully Loki's gonna hit him and digit 2. But Loki's aimless, so he hits the back guy. I mean, I don't really care. He's gonna deal 1 damage to 1 random guy, but I just kill him with 4 damage. And freeze the upper guy because this is on the right again. He's gonna deal 6 damage, and he's wild, so if another wild guy dies, he gains Frenzy. Which, I mean, I can just kill him with the Gear Hammer. I don't really know what I'm thinking here. Yeah. So he's gonna take 2 damage because Demonize, and then he's gonna die because Nova, 4 times 2 is 8, plus Loki, plus Digit, makes them dead. So that's great. And also if the flip mod installed, which makes them flip with they don't have anything to it. Also with the Blood Bell is one of the bells. After each boss battle, the highest HP card loses 2 permanent HP. And here I have Frenzy Charm, which makes a card trigger 2 more times, but it gets consumed, so you can only reuse it once. Companion Charm, which I can have 1 more companion and more than I can have 4 charms on 1 guy. Chocolate Charm makes me infinite charms on 1 guy, and it's a charm. Crown, as I said, is a crown, but Crown also does this Black Crown makes you unable to move the crown. It's a curse crown, that's also a bell effect, and reduces HP and attack by 1 if possible. And this other the knife-shaped blade is like increased attack of all items in your deck by 2, not of your companion, sadly. So companion limit +1, so I can have 1 companion more and 1 more charm. I'm really thinking here. Why am I actually thinking? This run could have been very, very fast, but I really don't want to lose here. And crown, put on a guy, but I can't move this crown because it's cursed. Yeah. So I put this normally on an item. Yeah. I gotta go bottom here because you see the shop is glowing. And to get the real ending of the game, you gotta go to 2 of these glowing events, where you get Lumen Goop and Lumen Broken Ways, which Lumen Goop will fix the broken ways, and then you get the Lumen Ways, which makes you able to get the real ending. Also, get a tank here, Jumbo, just tanks with his 13 HP. I could have also gotten the other guy, but he deals 5 damage to it himself every time he attacks. So he's gonna get kill himself, and then he's gonna get injured. And here I have 98 gold, so I decide to buy a charm because I don't have 90. And this is, I think, the best decision of the run. Fury Charm. Deal additional damage while alone in a row. So this tribe doesn't have like Spice, which temporarily increases your attack. So I put this on Nova. And now she got like good scaling. I also put the crown on the Blaze team, which its stats can't be like worse because it doesn't have attack or stuff. So Nova is gonna deal 7 damage when alone in a row. And trigger 2 times. And trigger when someone loses block or stuff. I'm gonna redraw here because my hand doesn't look that good. And we get Blunky, who can lose something like, or Numlin Biscuit Berry Blade, just 4 damage and 4 HP heal. My hero down a lot HP, because even though I had an 8 health guy, and it's gonna remove from the healthiest, I didn't have him on my team this fight. So I put him up here. One of them is gonna lose block. Nova trigger 2 times 7 damage, and he's gonna flip. Yeah, bringing the enemies 4 damage to someone, and restore HP, but I haven't lost. I only have lost block. And as you can see, I have very little HP, so that's not that good. And reroll, I guess, because it would take me 2 rounds. So it's better to reroll now. And then use Zoomlin waivers. And then I have Zoomlin. Ink is always good for guys like Conquer, who deals additional damage equal to Shell, which is just like HP, but you can't regenerate that. So that's good. I hit the Goblin. And I do not use any of those because Nova has to be alone in a row. And there's only 3 spaces each row. But he loses block, Nova attacks, and they do the flips. And here I don't have anything I can use on my characters. And I don't want to reroll the Berry Blade, so I bring in the enemies. The boss. When hit, gain +1 attack and gain 3 shell on kill. So he is gonna be really big and he attacks every 3 rounds, so that's crazy. But I kill that guy. And Blunky and this guy are gonna attack. Blunky in front because I don't want to waste my double damage on 1 damage. 1 damage like really bad. And here I have the problem of he's gonna deal 5 damage. But it's really a problem because I can kill Blunky, but I don't really want to. So I bring in Jumbo. The only drawback of that is that Nova can't be in a row on her own now. But I think we're gonna win. Jumbo also hits the ally behind, so I don't want to accidentally kill somebody. And if you increase this attack, I lost a lot of runs already just to me being stupid. And I have Zoomlin Junket from earlier Zoomlin waivers, so I placed that just to tank his 8 damage, but I still freeze him, so doesn't really matter. my voice is dying. And Nova hits 2 times. Finally got that 13 round counter 1 time in the entire battle. Oh my god, she's so great. But yeah, Nova, the most overpowered person ever, and I just use that and kill him and get some gold. So yeah, this run is going rather great. I was I was recording this for something, and I was really scared that I wouldn't be able to do it because I haven't beaten the Stormwell 22 before. But as you can see, this is gonna be winning because it's in the title probably, or in the thumbnail, whatever. And here, get extra bling. It's too late. Get extra HP when you get hit. My guys don't have much HP, so Mimic trigger when an ally in the row attacks and just deals 2 damage. So that's good if you have enemies that have block or scrap health, just like my Clunker. And I get Frozen Heart Charm. The best thing I could have gotten. Reduce HP to 1, which doesn't really matter because Blunky only has 1 HP. And gain 2 block, and he gains another block when deployed. So he gains in total 3 blocks, so 3 Nova triggers plus the Nova trigger from her. And here I have items. Nutshell Cake. 2 of the 3 items have cards behind them. That's trash. I don't really want to have trash because that just messes with my deck. So I'm looking if I need something for the bosses. Shell is just more HP, but it also has trash 1. That's another effect of a bell. Some cards will be worse. So it will give me another trash if I play it, so not good. The skull just to sacrifice one of my guys. I don't really want that. It's very, very bad. And the other thing, poison, triggers often, so that's good against like guys that have block or just like HP, like the Crunkers with Crunker HP or the Ice Crabs. But I think I have Mimic and a 2 counter, so every 2 rounds I will get 2 hits plus extra Mimic hits, plus Nova will hit everybody. So I don't really care because Jumbo also here. Jumbo also 3 counter hits 3 guys in a row. I don't know what I'm really thinking here. I'm a bit stupid. Yeah, I'm thinking again of taking Spore Pack, apply to Barrage, but I don't think I really know. Also, I want to say, behind the sun, I had commentary before, but I recorded it in a different recording format than I usually do. And somehow, I mean, in the recording software it showed up, it was registering my mic, and it didn't record like any audio track, but you can still hear the in-game music. I really don't know what happened there, but yeah, Nova, Blaze Tea, and then we just probably roll for Blunky just to get the block going, so that we get 1 trigger, which will be 14 damage. He attacks for 4 damage, which is nothing, and we attack them. He also had 1 block, but that's not really bad, because 1 damage plus 2 damage from the Mimic, and then my hero gets to kill to get an extra block. Yeah, so that's some pro level gameplay. Also, that's not pro level gameplay because I want to have Nova in a row of her own. I didn't really realize that at that point, so I put the Mimic up front to let the Mimic get killed by the guy that's attacking at top, and the Bigfoot is smackback, so I want to freeze him. Yes, I put the Mimic up top. Thank you. Let the Mimic get killed so that Nova can get some extra attack. Freeze him, because else, like, those guys will get hit and get dealt damage to. But I think I'm gonna trigger Nova again. Nova in the bottom row, let her block be drained from the Grumble, and then use Zoomlin Waivers just because Zoomlin Waver is very good. Yeah, actually I wanna use Blunky, because if Blunky dies, not really that big of a problem, but if Nova dies, she's gonna be injured, so next battle we'll have more problems. And then we'll have even more problems. And I bring Loki. That's another stupid mistake, because I, again, can't have Nova alone in a row. Because I'm stupid and I didn't learn from my mistakes. Okay, next battle I think I did. I mean, I don't really know if I learned, but here, use Nova and then kill him with the Gear Hammer and take the Snozuka and wait until the enemies come in. Yep. Also, the spell on the side just indicates when the enemies are gonna come in, and if I want them to come in earlier, I can just press it if my guys are attacking right now. Freeze one of the guys, and I'll probably just let Nova take care of the rest, even though she's not that good. And yeah, Pawpaw when hit gain 2 teeth, which means they will deal damage back, but I don't really want to die, especially because that's gonna hit Nova from the teeth, which will make her block go away, and then she will get hit again. Yeah, and then she will die. But here Nova hits everybody. Berry Blade killed the Bigfoot, and that's everything taken care of. He applies 2 snow, which freezes them. But I have 2 blocks, so the 7 damage doesn't really matter, and that means Nova's gonna get 1 trigger from her, another trigger from the losing block, and another trigger. So Nova just absolutely massacres him. And they do flips. Yes. Whoa, I should have gotten water. I'm really not into that YouTube business, like, mindset, whatever. So I don't, like, think of this, like, as a serious business thing. Oh my god, I now have to get water and stuff. But yeah, I'm thinking of taking Jumbo off the team just because I accidentally play him a lot. But then I think the boss that's facing now is gonna have 4 attack. So I'm actually gonna bring in Jumbo again. Yeah. Palm Bomb hits all undamaged enemies, but Nova is basically the same effect. Haze Gag has aimless, so it's gonna hit a random target from the enemies, and you also need trash for that. And Plinker, it's just bad, so I won't take it. Nova is just gonna be the run carry. Broken Ways, here you have it. Combine them. Lumen Ways, apply Lumen, which doubles the effects of the card. But you can only have one Lumen card at one time. But I buy the crown and put it onto Lumen Ways so that at the start of battle I can double the effects of my Blaze Tea so that I can have 3 Frenzy. But a 14 counter, which doesn't really matter. And I reduce attack by 2 but gain Barrage. On Mimic doesn't work because it's gonna have 0 damage, and I don't really want to put it on Berry Blade because it's gonna deal 6 damage and restore 6 HP, but I don't really know. I want to just target 1 with that guy. And I also have Slap Crackers. 4 damage, aimless, 1 damage times 4, so if you bump that up with like a Greed Charm, that deals extra damage for every 50 gold you have, which at the end of the game you don't really need gold because you're gonna be fighting the boss. And this will do a lot of damage, so I take it just for safety if I get Greed Charm. I could also put Greed Charm on Nova, but yeah. Double effects, it's a 3 times Frenzy. And here we get Summon Waivers, so that's absolutely great. Junkhead, yeah. I'm just gonna do Summon Waivers and then not put too many guys on my team because I still want Nova to attack. Berry Blade you and hopefully kill you with my hero. As you can see, 2 counter gonna trigger before Pop Shroom. Freeze the boss. Because he's gonna split when 10 HP loss and then the field will be full of bosses. But he will get half of the ailments he has. So it's gonna carry over. I'm gonna reroll again because nothing great. Kill the Pop Shroom. Gain 1 block. And the Gobbler, it's very big. But Nova is gonna absolutely kill everybody. And then I just put Sunstorm Box on Nova, I think, to increase her attack by 1 and count down by 1. But counting down by 1 is not really the problem here. I can't put in Blunky because Nova is gonna deal a lot less damage. So I realized that I made a mistake here and reroll. But next turn I'm gonna let my hero get hit by Shroom Gobbler. And then Nova's gonna deal 8 damage, which will kill everything except Shroom Gobbler, then kill Shroom Gobbler, and then deal another 8 damage. And that's very good. That hits everybody. I accidentally forgot that the Puffball hits my hero too. But yeah, she kills everybody, and then there's Truffle. Split went to 10 HP loss. I can also use Ink so it doesn't split, but it's better for me to split them. My hero only has 1 HP, so I use Berry Blade. Better for me to split them because Nova can hit everyone. And then I put Nova up there. Nova gonna get dealt 4 damage. So I hope I kill the other Truffle before they deal damage to me, but that's obviously gonna happen. Actually, I used Lumen Ways to make Fury 8, which makes her deal 12 damage and 156 gold in like 1 attack. Just a lot of gold from combo. Spark Charm also really good. The unit attacks when you deploy them. Summon Charm gains Summon and Consume, which just makes a card. You can freely play the card, and it consumes. So it's like munching the card away, but you get its effect. Some Bell of Draw means you after 3 rounds you can freely redraw, and not after 4 rounds, which will be helpful. And Spark Charm too overpowered on Nova, because you can actually use the Blaze Tree while you have her in the hand on her, and then after that play her. So that's gonna be great. Fury 4, Spark, just killing all enemies at the start of battle so that we can build up even more stupidness. And here we get either a Muncher or a Charm. The thing I'm really hoping for Nova still is Balance Charm or Jimbo Charm, which Balance Charm puts HP, attack, and health, HP, attack, and counter to 3. That means Nova would attack every 3 rounds and not every 12 rounds. Okay, it would be every 5 rounds. But you don't have to rely on block, and Jimbo Charm just randomizes between 2 and 5. Last time I like put the thing onto Nova, Jimbo Charm, and I got a 4 health, 4 attack, 2 counter. 2 counter is the best counter you can get, and 4 health and 4 attack. But yeah, as you can see, Nova triggers here. Sadly didn't record that run, just doing it for fun. Blunky, 3 block. Blunky gonna attack and Mimic to attack even more. Now I can't put anything on my team, but Digit, I don't want to kill Crab with a Gear Hammer. I want to kill with Digit because he gains block. So that means 1 more Nova trigger. That means we have 5 triggers of Nova, which should be perfectly fine. The Crawler will remove 1 block eventually, but Blunky is gonna remove 1 block. 2 block actually, and Nova will trigger 3 times. Hit the Goblin 1 more time, and with Junk another time, or Gunk Fruit, whatever I decide to use. Doesn't really matter. Oh, I hit Blunky. Oh, Nova, do that. I thought I would Nova let Nova get hit, but I guess I don't. Flips, they don't really do the massive damage. Nova does it. So every round we keep stalling, Nova gets closer to triggering on her own. And he has 8 block. But as I said, with Mimic Blunky, yeah, use that. Use Gear Hammer on him. Use Gunk Fruit on him. And then Blunky and Mimic deal 2 more damage to his block. Or I just Gunk Fruit, Blunky up, and let Nova trigger. It's just... This is, in scientific terms, called Nova hit spam. Just hit Nova as often as you can, have as many ice as you can block, and then just kill. And also, the good thing is that I have every charm that's good. Also, I don't have anything to hit Nova with, so I just hit her with 4 damage. But 4 damage is okay. It's actually only 3 damage, and he will 6 damage my Mimic, or he could 6 damage my block. So that doesn't matter anyways. I just decided to do it because it's funny. Like, I don't want to risk anything. And yeah, now you're gonna die. Gear Hammer, Blunky, which I could have done. Just let the boss hit him. But we kill him. Nova does a flip. This flip mod is very cool. And the Miku looking very, very sexy is also a mod. Hatsune Binku. If you know Hatsune Miku. It's just like her. Yeah. Obviously gonna buy the crown. Frost Guardian, yeah. So that's the setup. Frost Guardian. When HP lost at equal damage to self and all allies. Which is the end boss normally. And if you defeat him, your team becomes the end boss. But then there's a secret: if you have the Lumen Waste and defeat the boss, whatever the boss may be, your team or this Frost Guardian, there's gonna be the Frost Forge behind that, the Heart of the Storm. And if you defeat those guys, which are really, really tanky, 290, 260, and 230 HP guys, then you will just, the next run will have the Frost Guardian, because your team doesn't get converted, because you get the heart. Beetle Charm, +1 attack and doesn't take up a charm slot. I can put it on Nova, even though she has already 3 charms. Okay, I could have... Oh yeah, I have a charm limit of 4. I don't think I could have put it on her if I already have 3 charms, even though it doesn't take up a charm slot. Still thinking of putting Berry Blade Barrage, but I mean, it's not gonna make a difference. Nova is gonna be the difference. And put a crown onto someone, and that's gonna be Blunky, just to have him out. Especially for the last fight. Not this last fight, but the real last fight. And I want to have at least 1 Gear Hammer, so I destroy the Junk. Because Junk can't get rid of the block from Nova, but the Gear Hammer can. Even though you can with the Sunsong Box get rid of the Junk. And now Sunsong Box is also useless. Digit, get Blunky, and now Loon Waste, Blaze Tea onto Nova, Nova in the bottom row, and kill them. Put attack to the allies, but he doesn't have any allies because they're all dead. Yeah. Zoomlin, bring in Loki or Mimic or Junket, one of them, not all of them. That would be stupid. And it's time to hit Nova again. Or Blunky. I don't know what I'm gonna be hitting here. Yeah. Uh, and if I get Luminous Waves again, I can double the Fury on Nova. So she's gonna deal 12 damage, maybe. But yeah, this is the first phase, and if you kill him... Okay, 4 damage, then 3 damage and 2 damage will kill him. Yeah. But next phase, when an ally is killed, gain +2 attack and lose half HP. So we're gonna trigger Nova, and he's down to 62 HP from 999, but gonna deal 10 damage. So I put the Mimic up front because I don't really care about it. And the drink is gonna reduce my attack by 3, but so I could put someone in the bottom row, but but I can't use that onto block because Nova can't trigger. So I decide to ink him so that my Nova doesn't get reduced in attack, which would be really, really bad because it's for a lot of triggers. But yeah, hit Nova. Ice Forge reduces the attack by 2 from our guys, but still killing him. And the last boss battle, we get 2 more battles to decide from. +1 wave belt counter, but the last boss fight doesn't have any waves, so that's not that useful. Lead HP +6 is good. First consume card doesn't get consumed, so if we get Blazy another time, we get even more Frenzy. But that's not gonna happen, little spoiler here. I don't have any good charms. Pango Charm and this Recycle Charm is really, really bad. They are really bad. And Frost Jailer, I can't move my guys as long as Frost Jailer is alive. 7 damage aimless every 6 round. Every time a car is destroyed, gain 1 attack, so he's gonna be really tanky and attack every 2 rounds. Every 2 rounds and gain +3 attack because he also has a charm. Every 5 rounds destroy the rightmost card because he takes 1 less round, and Barrage. So I would have put the Blunky and Digit in the bottom row because Barrage Nova can deal with that. Yeah, and I hit all of those guys. So I don't really care because I can just remove my block and let Nova hit all of them. And as you can see, Frost Crusher is gonna attack me now. But I let Nova attack once, and then Frost Crusher is gonna attack me, and Nova's gonna attack twice, and we're finished. This was the quickest last fight I ever had, and yeah, I'm really proud of this run. I'm really proud of Nova, actually. And yeah, secret ending, throwing the vase. Don't let my hero get corrupted, let the vase get corrupted. And that's it. Yeah, I beat Stormwell 22, and that's really cool. So if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to like and subscribe to my channel. It would really, really mean a lot to me. And I'm really bad at making outros, actually. Goodbye.